Hello coaches, welcome back to another Modern Soccer Coach Breakdown. Today we're going to talk about doing some extra work, extra training, positional work with forwards, helping some relationships on the pitch between the front three or the front two or the attacking mids and the centre forward. Before we start, of course, please give it a like and a subscribe. The challenge with a lot of this training is that coaches will say, well, I don't have an assistant coach, or I don't have the time to do it. I've only got an hour and a half, 1-2 days a week. But I'm going to show 3 ideas today that you can use at the end of a session, at the start of a session, that maybe can lead players into some solutions themselves to practicing by themselves, practicing with friends, practicing with a group, a positional group, and getting that repetition and getting that practice in front of goal. If you enjoy these exercises and you want to get the details of it, you can just click on the link below. We also have an ebook out now, 25 positional exercises that include a couple of these exercises, working with forwards, different ideas, different pictures, different scenarios that you can work on. It's an ebook, so you get it right away. It's on the link below. Okay, positional work, let's go. So from an idea standpoint, sometimes when you say, all right, I'm going to work with forwards after training, sometimes it just develops into a coach standing on the edge of the box with a player, passing them a ball, getting it back and shooting on goal. It's fine for a pre-game warm-up. When you're working throughout the week, I think you're trying to recreate certain scenarios that are going to happen on a Saturday. So it's good to look at your system and see if you're playing with a front three or a front two, what kind of system you're playing in terms of generating chances. Are you getting the ball wide? Are you looking at combination play centrally? And looking at the profile of the individual player that you're working with. Are they creating chances, again, from crosses? Are they looking for those little spaces in combination play? Or are they looking for their speed to get in behind? And then using their strengths, using the system, and then the situations that will happen in a game to design your exercises. So I'm going to walk through 3 different types of exercises today that, again, depending on the system and the types of players you have, you might say that could work for our players. Again, if you enjoy these, you can get more on the link below. So the first is an exercise from Pep and Linders. It's a front three exercise. Pep and Linders is a real inspiration when it comes to this type of work. He's a Liverpool assistant coach. There's a lot of great stuff that he's put out in the past. And if you read about him and some of the work that he's put out on individual development, absolutely fantastic. So this exercise involves 3 balls, 4 players. The first is a scenario where the number 9, the number 10 bouncing the ball off each other. The 9 turns and shoot. Then there's a combination for the left-sided player, number 11, to cut inside, combine and shoot. And then the third is the number 10 to the number 7, to the number 9, back to the 7 for a cross. So all 4 front players are involved, the attacking midfielder and the front 3. Really good exercise to give them different looks, look for combination play and different pictures around the box. Also really enjoyable exercise for strikers. The second exercise is a slightly different one. Now, this is if you're a real possession-based team and you're looking to really combine in those tight spaces and you've got those 7s, 11s, the 9s all close to one another with central midfielders and you're looking to combine on the edge of the box. When you're looking at generating opportunities from that, it's usually one-time finishes and one-time combination plays. This is a great exercise for that there. It only involves 5 players and you also have a goalkeeper, and it's a good exercise with flow to it where there's a bounce pass off a central player, then it goes to player on the edge of the box, then it's bounced back to the central player and then a shot. There's an easy rotation where the player who shoots now becomes the bounce player, and then you work from the other side and it moves quite quickly and there's a good flow and a good rhythm going. So again, when you have this type of exercise, there's a real stress on technique, there's a real stress on way to pass, and players enjoy it because it flows, and again, they're always moving along with the ball. Really good exercise. And then the third exercise, and this is from the Positional ebook, again, on the link below. This is one where if you're looking for an exercise, sometimes you're doing positional work with players and you've got defenders standing out there saying, hey, can I do something? This is a good exercise to inspire some thinking behind that there. So it's almost 2 sets. You've got your forward players who are going to finish from crosses. Again, gives you that link up between style of play if you're playing a 4-4-2 or if you're playing a 3-5-2 and you're looking at getting the ball wide, those wing backs and getting crosses in. This type of exercise where the ball goes across 4, there's a little combination, bounce play, long pass bounce play, goes wide, and then those 2 players can have specific movements to finish, and then a second ball from a server which can be a coach or even a central midfielder. Both of those forwards check back at an angle and then finish on 1 or 2 touches. Again, there's 5 players on the outside, so they can rotate, one recovers. So it's not too physically demanding. It can be used as a warm-up. You can have 2 sets of this going, but it's a really good exercise to work on range of passing, switching the point of attack, crossing the ball, and those forward players getting that repetition as well. So there you go, coaches. Just some ideas for things you can do at the end of a session or even at the start of the session for a warm-up, just to get those extra minutes of deliberate practice with a certain position or a certain style of play that you're looking at implementing, or just a situation that you're seeing on a Saturday that you're thinking, maybe if we did a bit more practice on that there. Again, looking at the third exercise, maybe if it's that movement in the box when the ball goes wide for the timing of the runs, maybe it's the Pep and Linders where you want the forwards to do 2 actions. And I always think that's a really good one, because sometimes, again, we go back to that first clip that I showed about just playing the ball at the edge of the box for a forward to shoot. It's only 1 action, and then they go to the back of the line. What Pep and Linders is really, really good with his session design. When you look at it, it's always 2 actions, 3 actions. So the forward is constantly moving. Now, when you then put that back into a game, 11v11 game, that could be a cross that doesn't quite go in the spot that the forward wants. The forward has to check the run again, has to come back. So it doesn't have to be 2 or 3 actions with the ball. It can be 2 or 3 runs. And in talking to coaches, there's a common theme today with so many possession-based exercises. Sometimes it's hard to get that movement off the ball in attacking scenarios in the final third. So I always think that whenever you're working with players and attackers on those runs, on that movement, on that link-up play, I always think it goes a long way, because there's a real strong transfer between that type of work and moments in the game if you get your session design right and you link your exercise to the way you play, to the strengths of your players. Again, if you enjoy this, please go ahead below, check out more of the exercises, check out the ebook, which is available right now. If you go to the website, you'll get it straight away. The link is below. Please give it a like and a subscribe before you go. We've hit 20,000 subscribers finally. Really appreciate all your support. That allows us to keep doing more content. If you want to go that step above and beyond for Modern Soccer Coach, please share it with your network of coaches and spread the word. The more exposure we get to the channel, the more we can help our sponsors, the more we can grow everything, the more content we can put out. So really appreciate all the support you give us. It all helps drive it. So thank you so much, and we will keep it coming. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.